I call this a North Star. Your membership coaching program should have a North Star. Guess what the North Star would mean? It would mean you getting your clients certain results. Your program needs to deliver people transformations. Get your clients success so they transform their life. We call this a North Star. Now, a North Star for me and for everyone here who we are growing our membership coaching programs together is to get to 100 members into your membership coaching program. Now you see, that's my North Star, to get to 100 people in my membership coaching program who are paying me, for example, $97 per month, which allows me to have 100 people now in my membership community who we are all supporting one another. And we are all achieving these North Star results. Yeah, I'm a membership launch coach and I teach people how to build and create successful membership communities so they can have a monthly recurring income. And our usual North Star is that we can sign more members and get to 100 paying us. Because getting to the 100 paying us, guess what it does to you? It provides you with a full-time recurring income that comes in every month. But this goal to get to 100 is maybe a little far for all of us. Maybe a year or two far away from us. We need to first of all focus on the smaller milestones first. There are milestones to go through for you to get to those 100 people signed. You see, if you are starting out, your first milestone will be that you actually create a membership program, that you are able to accept new members paying you. So you are able to accept members paying you, let's say $97 per month. I'm going to talk more about the benefits of this model and why we are charging people monthly fees. We'll talk about this model a lot today. That's going to be your first milestone, right? That you have a program and you can accept people paying you. Secondly, your first goal is going to be that you sign your first few people into your program. And there is a method through which you can immediately, almost like in the first few weeks, sign the first 5, 6, 7 people paying you a monthly fee. And if you achieve this milestone, you're going to magically break through. I'm going to talk about how you should approach signing your first few people paying you. You see, if you can go through these few milestones first, for example, create your membership program first, secondly, sign the first few people, then you're gonna be 3 steps closer now to getting to those 50, 100 members paying you. Now back to the North Star, let me tell you this. One of the main milestones that you're gonna need to go through is when you sign your first few members paying you, your goal is to get these people results. This is the most important thing that you would need to understand, that you are actually able to get people results as part of your program. Because if you don't get people results, you will never be able to go from 5, 10, 15, 20 members to 100. You're gonna only be able to get there if you really get people that outcome that you are helping them achieve. Because guess what? If you help someone transform their life, you can create then like a case study. You can meet with that client for a quick 5-10 minute video and you can talk about their transformation. And then you will share those case studies later with everyone else on social media or in other places so everyone can see how your members are succeeding. So understand this. This is where it all begins. You being able to help people achieve a certain outcome. And this now relates to our first topic that we're gonna talk about right now. What is that you're gonna help people achieve? Because that's where you begin now creating your membership program offer. You deciding on what is that you're gonna help people achieve as part of your membership program. You're gonna first want to create your membership offer for which you can charge that monthly fee. I'm gonna talk about right now why we are charging people a monthly fee, and if they pay into your membership program, for example, for $97 a month, right? What's the whole idea of it? And it's all related to this North Star, which focuses on you helping the other person achieve a certain outcome. Yes, as part of your coaching program, you want to help that other person achieve certain outcome, and you should decide right now, I help that person achieve, for example, weight loss goals, or I help this person transform their spiritual life completely or realign with their soul so they can have better connection and more energy. Pick a statement and write it down. That's what you're going to help other people achieve. And then you're going to decide on 2-3 steps through which you're going to need to take them and what you're going to need to teach them so they can start transforming their life. So after you decided on your outcome, you're going to then need to put this knowledge into a course, into a curriculum. Yes, your membership program needs to have a certain curriculum through which people are going to be able to go. And you're going to record videos on those steps, so when people pay you $97 a month, they can immediately begin studying your knowledge. You know, that's very important to know, right? Because the goal of you running a membership program model is that you can accept new members paying you semi-passively, right? They can click the link and they can come into your community, into your course, into your environment, and they can start transforming their life already right now on their own. And you would want to have a few videos so that they're going to be able to watch. So then after they watch them, they can then come to the coaching calls with you. Yes, as part of your membership program offer, you should do a weekly group coaching call. And that's quite a big benefit of you running a membership program model. You can serve a group of people. You don't do one-on-ones for $97 a month, right? You do group coaching. You do community support. You do have a course material that they can study, and then they come to your group calls and there is Q&A with you there then. And by you having your offer now in place and being able to take people through certain curriculum, right? And they paying you for their $97 per month, guess what? You are now having a monthly recurring income, and that's the main benefit of why you should respect this model and run it this way. When I started charging people $97 per month, I started having a monthly recurring income, which freed me up. It freed my soul because the money always kept coming in on its own. And I'd rather have 50, 70, 80 people paying me a monthly fee than working with 5-6 people for high ticket prices one-on-one, because that takes more of my time. This model only takes you a few hours per week and per day to run, and you can serve so many more people. It's very much freeing on you. Now, you see how this model of you running a membership program and having a curriculum in place, and there is a community environment to it and group coaching calls, right? You see how this is the most related to the North Star. The goal of your program is just that you get people certain results. Just summarizing what we talked about before, right? Your course, your coaching calls, your community should be goal-oriented. That's the key, right? And it should have like a 1-year gap, right? In 1 year time, your person who is in your community should be able to feel like, whoa, in this past year we did a lot. I transformed half of my life or so, right? I feel that energy boost. I really loved paying that person $97 a month. This has been a life-changing moment for me, right? And I achieved this goal, the North Star, and they became your awesome case study now, right? And then you document those successes, because we gotta be goal-oriented here, to be honest, right? People need to achieve successes as part of your membership program. Now, if that's the first thing that we need to know, right? That we need to have a membership offer. Now, the question is, what else do we need now to be able to accept people paying us? And most importantly, the question here is, where can we host our membership program? Who and how are we going to charge our members the monthly fees? And where is the community going to be, and the videos and the group? How are our clients going to get access to group coaching calls with us, right? You see, we kind of need an app now. We need a mini software that's gonna hold it all for us together. And I have gone through a lot of practices in the past year or two, and I tried a lot of different websites and how to charge my members, for example, through Stripe or through this kind of order page. Oh, maybe have a Facebook group community where all members can hang out then, and so on. It was challenging. It was challenging to technically charge people through Stripe and through those kind of whatever apps, and through a landing page, right, and so on. And then when they paid, I needed to put them into the Facebook group and all this kind of, it was just so challenging. Until I came across the app called Skool. By the way, let me swap the marker because we need a new color now, okay? Because I'm gonna show you something real cool. I host my membership program on the Skool app now. Skool is an app that allows you to host your course, your community forum. That is like a forum. People can post, ask questions, and they have access to the calendar, group coaching calls. But that's not all. Skool allows you to charge your members monthly fees. So whenever they pay, they immediately land in your Skool community, your course, and get access to stuff, right? And if they cancel, then later they are removed from the membership program. You see how simple this sounds? Someone will just pay through the Skool page, order page link. They will land immediately in, and they're gonna have access to it all. And Skool is gonna take care of those monthly fees, and it's gonna charge your members automatically each and every month. You're gonna not need to ask your members for money all the time every month. They're gonna be billed automatically. I like the Skool app because it's very simple, it's easy to use for you and for your members, and it's quite a cool system to have it all in one place and host your membership program. Now you see how it's all coming in place for you, right? You have a membership offer, you have the app through which you're gonna charge members paying you $97 per month. And by the way, if you need help and guidance on setting this first step and setting it all up, I have a course in my free Skool community through which you can set it all up for yourself. You create your membership offer, you set the settings of your Skool community. When you open your Skool community, by the way, if you use my invitation link to open the Skool community, Skool is $97 per month for you to host your membership program there. Just so you know, right? When you open your Skool community and you use my invitation link, then I can give you access to my weekly Wednesdays support group call and access to me via DMs, so I guide you through the whole journey. My goal here interacting with you is that you really succeed, right? Find information about this, what I just said down below, so you get access to my free course and start going through it and start setting it all up. The goal of this first step is that you are able to auto accept new members paying you $97 per month, meaning that you now can accept new members at any day, any time on their own. They will click and pay, right? That's the whole goal of this model, that you can run it semi-passively. Look, I put here something real cool as well on the page here, customer support. I wrote 3 notes down of how you can ensure that your members are succeeding. These 3 things, I will bring them up a little later when we are discussing your weekly and daily routine of work that you need to be doing all the time, so you keep supporting your members and keep growing it. We'll talk about those 3 activities that you should do on a daily basis to support your members a little later. I'll get back to them. Because you don't want your members, right, to come in and they kind of don't come to the group calls and they kind of are not really doing anyway. You don't want them to fail and then stop paying for your membership fee, right? Or so you want them to be succeeding, and there are a few things that you could do regularly, right? So you keep them. I'll talk about those later. So now we covered this first idea here, which is have a membership program model in place and host it on an app, and now you are able to accept your first few members paying you. Let's talk about this idea next now. How do you actually get your first 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people into your program paying you? I created a method called Sign New Members on Demand, and this is what we're gonna cover here. How you can get new members on demand regularly, every day. Right? Now, let me simplify this idea for you. Your goal will be to get the first 10 members paying you. 5, 6, 7, 10 members paying you. Of course, like, I'll be honest with you, your first goal is to get your first paying member. Second and third. Everything is gonna change when you start getting people paying you, right? But let's keep it as a North Star mini milestone, right? 10 members paying you. And not just having 10 members paying you. Your goal is to get 10 people who are in your membership program and they are all committed. You want to get committed members. You're gonna accept a lot of new members coming to you, and you're gonna have them paying you, but not all of them will be completely dedicated to the process and completely committed. Your goal, to be honest, for you to, you're gonna see later what I'm gonna do with those people, right? And how we can, if they succeed, how you can get more members come to you. We'll talk about that later, right? But your goal is to find and enroll 10 committed, active, successful people who are going to be doing the work and participating in your community and really succeeding. That's very important. Your milestone goal right now should be, my goal is to get 10 people who are in my program. They are all committed, active, they are following my guide, they are participating, and they really cherish this environment that I created here, and they really want to stay, and they want to grow, and they want to succeed, and they want to achieve that goal that I'm helping them achieve. They really want to transform their lives. You want to find 5, 10, 15, 20 people who really love to be around you. You want quality people in your program. Now, how to start approaching getting those people joining your program? I teach this method called signing members on demand. I also call it talk to people, right? In my free course and in my other YouTube videos. So I'm not gonna go completely in depth right now, but this method consists of 2-3 steps, 2-3 things that you could do daily to keep signing members into your program. Building a list of contacts, talking to that list, and reaching out to that list so you can talk to them on quick calls. That's a method called talk to people. If you just build a list of contacts who are kind of warm or interested to maybe participate, to join your program later, right? Who are interested in achieving the outcome that you help them achieve, right? Then you can reach out to them, you get on calls with them, you talk to them, and individually each person can be signed into your membership program by just you talking to that person. This is the key method here. Can you be such a good coach, such a good leader, such a good guide who knows how to talk, who knows how to talk to that other person sitting in front of you via Zoom or whatsoever, right? And can you guide them and coach them and talk to them so you sign them into your membership program? I teach you this method in my other videos and in my free course as well. I teach you how to add people to your list and where to add them from. Right? You already have in your network maybe 5, 10 people who you worked with in the past, like for free or previous clients or so. You can create some social media content that's going to get people comment invite, or you can go into certain places where people already exist, engage with them newly. If you don't have any audience, this engagement method is going to work for you, right? And you can start putting those people on the list. You reach out to them then via DM or via email, and you invite them to get on a call with you. You tell them that there is a new community support group environment that you just created and that you want to tell them more about it, and you want to create a successful case study with them. That's just what I said to people in the DMs or email, and we get on calls with them then. And those calls, we talk to them and we sign them into our membership program. And another method of where to add people from to the list, right, is called referrals, word of mouth. Getting your existing members who are working with you refer to you more people. We're gonna talk about this method just in a second, but that's just another way to add people on the contacts list. But this is the key. If you can build a list, reach out to people, talk to them, you can sign 5, 7, 10 people into your membership program. When I started, I signed my first 20, 25, and then 30 members just through this method, being able to talk to people. I did not get them in any other way. I just went on quick calls with people, I talked to them, and I was like, hey, it's $97 a month, come into our support community, you're gonna get access to our weekly group calls, to the course through which I'm gonna guide you, I'm gonna give you a little some DM private support, and I'm also here and there meet with you one-on-one, 10-minute quick calls, so you really do the work, you really succeed. I'll guide you on this journey. And yeah, you see, if you master this method, you can get to 5, 10, 15 people signed into your membership program. Later on here, I am going to talk about the routine through which you do the work on a weekly and daily basis, right? And I'm going to explain you more how you can do some kind of activities daily that help you implement this method. Because to be honest, I can't do the work for you. No one will. If you want to grow your membership program, you're going to need to put some work down, all right? Especially to get to the first 15, 20, 30 people. After then, you can settle a little bit like myself, right? I don't need to do urgently work every day anymore. I already have members paying me and they're coming to me now. I'll talk about that method later, right? How can you have some other systems in place through which new members come to you? But right now, you gotta probably, nobody knows you, right? You gotta probably reach out to some. You gotta talk to people. You gotta tell them about your new opportunity. And this will also allow you to connect with that person, to be honest. You wanna connect with people. Hey, you wanna help people, right? Can you go on a quick calls with people, talk to them, see what they really wanna achieve? Do you wanna be a good coach? Talk to people. Right? By you mastering this method of talking to people, guess what? You are now setting the stage with your members of who you are, how you coach, they are connecting with you, and when you sign them into your membership program, they know you because you spoke with them, and they will follow your guide, they will come to your weekly group calls. And your goal is, as we already talked about this a lot, is that you sign 5-10 members by just talking to people, get 10 members signed, and then coach them and get them successes. Yes, you're not gonna be paid a lot, except like 500, 1K per month coming in all the time. That's gonna then stay with you, right? Part-time income, to be honest. Everyone is like, oh, I want 5K, I want 7K, I want 10K. Everyone looking in that future and at the same time not even able to collect a little some kind of money, 500, 1K. You know what? When I earned my first 1K per month, I became really happy because that money always kept coming in. And I did not need to now worry about, where is my next client gonna come from? I was happy. 1K per month is good money, to be honest, because then that's a path for you now to go to 2K, to go to 5K, to go to 7K. Maybe someday you get to 10K if you sign 100 members paying you. And you're gonna only get there, right, if you went through this first milestone first. If you were able to sign 5-10 people, work with them, and really get them results. Focus. Give them your best. Work with people. It's gonna sharpen your edges. It's gonna sharpen your people skills. It's gonna sharpen your coaching skills. It's gonna sharpen how well you understand your customers. Yes, you're gonna go through a lot of disappointments. A lot of people who join your membership program are gonna give up on you, but guess what? Now you're learning who is not your ideal client. I went through a lot of situations just like that. I spoke to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in my past 5 years of coaching experience, and I learned who are not my ideal clients. Those people who don't want to show up for themselves, who don't want to come to the weekly group call that we are holding, who are skipping. I don't want to work with those. I rather keep searching for my 10 quality members. And when I get there, not me, but I'm talking in your name now, when you get there, right, to the first 10 people who will be committed, everything is gonna shift for you. You're gonna be happy now. You are having 10 people who are working hard for their life transformations. And guess what? That's now a foundation to add another 10, another 20. I know I'm talking too much right now, but this gotta get across. And it's gonna make sense to you right now why I'm focusing so much on getting to 10 quality signed members. Because we're gonna now move into a very awesome stage that was not possible to do before, but it's gonna be possible to do now. Getting your members. Recommend more members come to you. Yes. You could put a system in place through which, when you helped your members achieve the goals, go through the transformation, achieve this North Star, right? You could tell them, hey guys, could you write a few people down and recommend them to my program? This is called now members, referring more members into our programs. And why I'm bringing this up right now to you is because Skool platform supports giving your members who referred other people into your membership program. It supports getting your members commissions for inviting more people into your program. So do you see how it's all coming together right now? How important it is that your program is real good, that we already talked about that you are able to sign the first 5, 10, 15 people paying you, and they really are achieving results and having successes within your program. Listen in now. Listen closely. This is very important. Out of those 5, 10, 15 people who are succeeding in your program, what if you could get 4, 5, or 6 of them who are gonna now refer more members into your membership program? And if they do that, they will be able to be also commissioned and paid for that on a monthly basis. To be honest, if they would refer 3 people into your $100 membership program, they could have their membership free forever. They could start getting, I don't know, imagine you give them $30 per month because they invited one person into your program extra, right? And they get 3 people into your program. They're going to be making $100, $120 per month. Their membership will now be free forever. There are quite a few benefits to this idea where you are getting your members' successes, right? And you are getting them to refer more members to you, right? First of all, yes, they're gonna be commissioned a little bit and paid because that's an awesome feature that Skool is providing us with, right? But secondly, this is gonna increase community support. You gotta understand that community support will be increased a lot, and that's the key, because your members who are referring more members come to you, right? Will be like, I need to help those people who are coming in. So they stay and they keep paying, and I'm commissioned for that. And guess what? It's a full circle now. This is the key now. You can grow through this model now by word of mouth. People succeeding, people doing the work just because you found those 10 people. 10 quality people you need to find. And then out of those 10, maybe get 4, 5, 6 or so who you will ask. Who do you know? Who else do you know that could benefit of this membership program that we are part of? Who else do you know that would benefit of this idea, achieving that goal, right? Transforming their life, getting to that North Star, right? Who else do you know? By the way, you're gonna need to put this system in place for you, right? You're gonna need to actively remind yourself to ask your existing members, hey, tell me, who do you know? And by the way, I came up with another very cool idea. Those who are willing to refer more members into my membership program, I give them another weekly group call. I give them access to another weekly group call. I call it a leadership group call. This is a combination of 50-50. 50% of me teaching these people how to refer more members into our program and how to support one another as part of our community, right? That's called leadership call, right? 50% is just that, how to get more successes and more people are referred into our membership program. And another 50% that I give them in exchange, right, as well, is me coaching them how to become better at achieving their outcome, how our program works, how they can, I don't know if my niche is like spiritual alignment, right, how you can align yourself with your spirit, your soul, with your emotions, how can you sort things out for you, right? I help them further, right, in our course program here, right, in exchange for them supporting other people as part of our community and them referring more people come to us. That's the whole key. This is where it all comes together, and it's now all possible with the Skool app. They are allowing our members to be receiving commissions for them referring more members come to us. I covered this with you right now very importantly as the third mini step here of our system, right? Number 1, be able to get people results as part of your membership offer. Number 2, sign 5, 10 people just out of your network or your social media by talking to them. And you get those 10 people, you help them get results, help them get successes, right? Document those case studies and then ask them, hey, how could you invite a few other people join our program so we can increase the community support here? I think people are missing out on this idea a lot, and that's why I'm recording this video, to share this with all of you here on my channel, because this works for me very well right now and I need it to work for you as well. So you can get your first 10, 15, 20 members, 30 people paying you a monthly fee. When you're gonna start getting a monthly recurring income, your life is gonna completely transform, like mine did in the past year, right? I am getting monthly fees, commissions coming in all the time to my phone. I open my phone and I see that I received money today and it's just feeding me. And that's how now I can enjoy recording videos just like this one and live my lifestyle kind of with peace of mind. Yes, my life is not perfect, I'll be honest with you. I'm going through some deep transformations within my soul as well, and within my mind and current situation that I'm in, no worries. But you know what? Life goes hand in hand. We are always growing, transforming while we are doing some kind of work through which we are progressing forward, right? So I am not perfect. You probably are not perfect, and your members, your people who you work with are probably not perfect as well. But that's probably the key, the source, the idea that we need to deal with. We gotta have a North Star, I think, okay? Because that North Star is gonna be guiding us. We gotta go that direction, because that's how we are growing and we are transforming our life, right? So my main North Star right now is that I get to my 100 members paying me. I am not at 100 yet. Yeah, I'm kind of teaching this idea of how I'm gonna get there and how you could get there. But what was first, chicken or the egg, right? I am in between here. I always decide I'm gonna go get there. I'm documenting right now, and this is the model through which I'm going there. And you could do something similar as well. So I am documenting right now to you here what I have prepared for myself. I've been working on this model for around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, always searching for what's gonna make it work for me. And because I'm committed and I'm dedicated and I've been on this journey now for so long, I am making it through. Here in front of me is a vision board of mine, and I have not achieved all of those successes and things that I can see on my vision board right now. I have not done that yet. But guess what? That's a long-term North Star for me. And this here is a little kind of ultimate achievable milestone for me. Those are lifestyle goals here, and this is the first step through which I'm gonna get there. And I'm telling you this is because I'm trying to remind myself all the time, hey, where am I going? Hey, when I fall down, am I gonna give up now? Or am I just gonna freaking kind of pick it up anyway, somehow? I don't know how sometimes, but I pick it up and I continue going further forward. And let me get back to the idea, right? It all begins with you deciding, you making a commitment, you figuring out yourself out, how you can help other people and start doing the work. Now, I'll move on to another 2 or 3 smaller things that I'm going to share with you. And at the end here, I'm going to show you down below here how you make it all work on a daily basis, right? Because I learned this past week how important it is to be able to keep executing it all. We'll get there. But first, I want to tell you about 2 smaller things, right? I get everyone asking me, hey, how could I attract more people come to me or so through certain systems? I tell them this. Yes, it's possible. You can have certain other systems in place through which you can get people attracted to you and they come to you and then they sign into your membership program by just them clicking the link and paying in. Here is the problem. If you are just starting out and you don't have a lot of social media audience, if you don't have a lot of connection with your followers and so on, and there is not a lot of them, it's going to be hard on a short term for you to sign members by putting certain systems in. I'll talk about those systems right now. But at the beginning, as a starting coach, you should rather rely on what we just covered right now in the past few minutes. Talk to people, get them results, right? And make them refer more members come to you, right? And then, if you mastered that, right, or so, you can move into building other few systems, right? I will talk about other growth systems first before I focus on this idea that's in green here, which is the coolest one. But what I mean by having other systems in place, right, through which people can come to you. For example, you could have been building an email list, right? And when someone joins an email list through an opt-in page, you could have few lead magnets, right, through which people can join your email list, right? They will opt in, they will become part of your email list or so, right? And then they can receive an email sequence that nurtures them and sells them into your membership program on its own, right? The email sequence could get them to click and pay into your program, or it could get them to apply to talk to you, right? It helps you, that email sequence, that people book calls with you so you can talk to them. That's the first idea of the system that I wanted to share with you. Now, where to get people from to an email list, right? From your social media. You could be creating social media lead generation content on Instagram, on Facebook. You could get people to comment certain word, for example, video or invite, and after they commented, you would DM them with the link to your opt-in page. And that's how you're going to get them to an email list. Now, how I do it, I don't do a lot of Instagram and Facebook anymore, so I rather create YouTube videos. From my YouTube channel, I get people to click the link again, to take action, right? And they get to my email list. My YouTube channel is passively sending me a lot of traffic, even if I only have 500 subscribers or so, but they are all quality, and I'm moving along slowly, maybe go get to the 1000 soon, right? But my point is, my YouTube channel is already giving me a lot of views, a lot of exposure, and people are taking action. In my case, they come to my free school a lot. I have a free school to which they come to, but also they are clicking on my lead magnets opt-in pages and they're joining my email list. So that happens as well, from YouTube channel to the email list, right? These are two examples, email list building, YouTube channel, of systems you could have in place. Another one could be having a virtual assistant or a teammate who works with you and saves you a lot of time. That's another system that you could put in place. Hire somebody to work for you. You're going to only be able to do these advanced systems after you got to 10, 15, 20, 30 people paying you, so you already have some money now to share with, let's say, the virtual assistant or that teammate that's going to work with you. Another system idea would be running paid ads or running a podcast, right, through which you get even more exposure and you can do some joint venture collaborations. These topics that I'm talking about right now are quite advanced, so I'm not gonna go too much into them, right? But my point is that later on you can create it all more automated for you, to work for you, so your membership program grows very semi-passively. But at the beginning you're gonna probably need to climb this mountain, right? You're gonna need to climb the mountain through the idea of you becoming great at talking to people, right? Reaching out to your people on the list, talking to them, getting on calls with them, and signing one by one into your membership program. But I'll tell you this, right? If you did not sign the first 5, 10, 15 people paying you more like naturally by talking to people first, right? You will never be able to make your systems also work for you, because if you don't know your client that well, if you don't know how to speak their voice, their language, you're gonna not then be able to create social media content and speak to people in a written word correctly, so you attract more people, take action, because you don't know them, you've never talked to them, you've never figured really out what they want, what's their objections, what's their problems, what's their challenges, right? So my point being is, begin there first, talk to the first few people, get people client results, and simultaneously, right, you see, not begin there, begin there first, but simultaneously you could be putting automated systems already in place as well, right? Start a YouTube channel, no worries. Try to build an email list, no worries, but don't skip the idea that you need to talk to people first. Now, before I wrap it up with the systems, right, I'll share with you another system through which you can grow to 100 of members quite fast. It's called enrolling members, a group of new members through running webinar classes. You could run a monthly or a weekly webinar class to which you get 5, 10, 50 people attend your 1-hour class, right? You teach them then your methods, your solutions in a combination with Q&A, right? You want to hear questions from people who attended your webinar class, so you coach them and so on already on that 1-hour class, so they can experience how it is to be part of your group coaching calls inside of your membership program, right? These 1-hour setups, webinars, create group connection. People experience your knowledge, your voice, your coaching skills. They connect with you, right? And this is gonna prepare them then for them understanding how it is to be part of your membership group coaching program. So it gets them used to the idea to be part of a group coaching calls environment. It creates a lot of energy. This method of running webinar classes creates a lot of energy, because 10, 15 people on a webinar class call creates a lot of energy. And then this is the main benefit. On that 1-hour session call, you can present your offer to people. There are two ways. Be very kind of salesy, direct to the point, or don't even bring up your offer that much, but always just plug it in like very authentically, right? For example, you could, when someone asks you a question, right, you could be like, you solve that problem that you just brought up in these 3 steps. And by the way, I guide people to go through these 3 steps also as part of my membership program and weekly group calls. If you would want to know more about it, stay at the end of this call. I'll tell you more about it. So that's a passive plug-in of your membership offer. More active one is like, hey guys, whoever would want to be guided on this journey further and participate in our membership program, you can. I am giving you right now the link down below here. You can click on it and you can join for $97 a month to keep attending these kind of weekly sessions with me, get access to the course, to the community environment of our membership program, and I'll sign you in right now. So that's more like an active one, right? I'll not talk about this lesson right now too much, but my point being is that from webinars, you can enroll groups of people into your membership program. And this idea of people registering for your webinar allows you to build an email list very fast. And it's very easy to get people to register for your webinar classes from social media, right? You can on Instagram just say, hey guys, I'm running this free webinar class. Comment invite and I'll send you the registration info. It's gonna build your email list, right? So that's how these systems and these ideas work together very well. And another thing about the webinar classes is that if you are really doing this module here of getting your members refer to you more members, you could get your members to just invite people to come to your webinar class, right? And then they get signed through the affiliate link of your members, right? So that's how it all connects here, right? Here is what I discovered. You're gonna not be able to grow your membership program if you're gonna not do some kind of work on a weekly and a daily basis. Yes, first of all, you're gonna need to set it all up for yourself, right? You're gonna need to create your membership program offer, have your membership program in place so you can accept people. But if you don't start being consistent with certain efforts on a weekly and a daily basis through which you're going to be signing more members come to you, first of all. And secondly, if you're not going to support your members who you're signing in consistently on a weekly basis as well, so they're succeeding, everything is going to fall apart for you. So understand this, we want to do 2 things on a weekly basis, right? It's like a line right here in the middle. On the left side here, right, you need to support your existing members and make them succeed. Secondly, on the right side here, you need to sign more members who are coming to you or who you are reaching out to or who you are talking to or through automated systems, right? You need to attract more people come to you to sign into your membership program, right? So this is an idea of this middle line here. On the left side you have customers and on the right side you have leads. I've wrote them down here, kind of leads on top and customers on the bottom, right? But just so you have an idea, you have customers, you have the leads. Now, you need to do certain work on a regular basis to get your leads turned into your members, right? And to get your customers succeed. Because some of your people, your members, your customers, right, will not always come to the weekly group call. They will not watch the videos. They're not going to be following through your program and they're not going to do the work, right? And you need to have a system in place through which you can support them to succeed. Secondly, the leads, the contacts that you can sell into your membership program, right? They also need to be guided to the idea of how they can sign into your membership program now. And this is what we're going to cover right now. How to make it work. I created a weekly or a daily. This is like a weekly/daily execution routine. If you just do these certain activities that I'm going to share with you right now on a weekly and a daily basis, you're going to be succeeding, you're going to be making it all work. This routine is especially important for you to respect if you are just starting out as an online coach. If you don't have 5 members yet, if you don't have 10 members, 15 members paying you yet, you should follow this quiet discipline. Later, when you get to 30, 50 people paying you, yes, you can start doing the free flow work, right? Like, oh, I live this life, I'm posting some content, I'm taking some calls here and there, I'm signing members into my program, my customers are happy, they're already all supporting one another, right? They're referring more people to come. Later on, you can get it loose, you can get it let go. At the beginning, no, you need to focus, right? I need you to respect this 1 hour daily execution routine a lot. So this is how it works. And by the way, remember guys, before I told you there is an idea here of customer support. We're gonna talk about that right now. So now let's talk about the leads that we need to take care of and the customers that we are taking care of. And you gotta do these activities on a weekly and a daily basis. For you to turn your leads into customers, you're gonna need to do these 3 activities on a weekly and a daily basis. Number 1, you're gonna want to focus on the idea that you are reaching out to or following up with 5 people per day. You can do 2 or 3 per day or so, but my point is, can you be consistent on a weekly and a daily basis, reaching out to new people and or following up with people who are already on your list? This is gonna all make sense to you after I've wrapped the whole lesson, right? But 5 people per day reached out to or followed up with is the key. Secondly, you're gonna need to add new people to the list on a weekly and a daily basis. And you're gonna add people to your list from your existing warm network through creating more social media content by getting your customers, right, refer to you more contacts, more leads, right? And for example, if you are doing the automated systems, right, you can grow your list by email list building as well, right? So you see, number 1, reaching out to people or following up with. Secondly, adding people to the list. And number 3, then tracking. To be honest, we're gonna turn this number 3, tracking, into a line. It's a line between leads and customers. Guess why? Because we want to track our activities related to our contacts, to our leads, and also to our customers. We want to track on a weekly basis our growth and what kind of work we did. Otherwise, we don't know what we need to do and we don't put the numbers down and we can't go back and analyze when did we do what. So tracking is going to be a middle line between leads and customers. On a weekly and a daily basis, you want to track, did you reach out to a few people today? How many people was added to your list? Have you posted 3 times this week as well? That's the key as well, how to add people to the list. Posting 3 times a week content on social media and to your YouTube channel. Have you posted content? And I teach in my course, right, how to create connection, inspirational content, how to create a value-driven content that's combined with lead generation, and thirdly, how to create promotional content that gets people to take action, right? And they then land on your list so you can talk to them or you can get them into your membership program, right? 3 times a week, you will want to post content. You want to track those numbers. So tracking how many people you reached out to, tracking how many people was added to the list, and tracking have you posted content, right? That's all related to this idea of what do we need to track in regards and do, to be honest, right? Related to the leads, right? And turning the leads into customers. And I don't know if I mentioned, right, but one idea of how you're gonna get more people added to your list is as well getting your customers send you referrals. But we'll talk about that anyway, right? Because those people can be added to the list of who you need to talk to as well, right? Customers sending you referrals. And by the way, you make these 3 activities, 2 or 3 activities for lead management, leads being turned into customers. So you make them work through the talking to people method that I mentioned so many times already, right? Because yes, you are adding people to the list, you're reaching out to them, and you are talking to them on quick calls, right? You need to know this method, right? So you know how to talk to people and turn them into your customers. But here is now the catch, which summarizes it all, right? If you don't get your customers on a weekly or a daily basis successful, so they transform their lives and become your successful case studies, right? None of this will work. You're gonna not be able to build a successful membership program. So you're gonna see when you sign a new member, right? The problem of your customers and your members is that sometimes they're gonna get a little off track. And it's your job to quite often hold them accountable so they stay on the track. And to be honest, I've heard a lot of people, hey, I don't know if I would weekly or so DM my members who are not showing up on calls, or if I would follow up with them. I don't want to do this one-on-one kind of work to follow up with some people so they stay. I don't want to try to hold them accountable for $97 a month. I will say to those people this, $97 per month is still $1,000 per year. Right? And if your member falls off because you didn't just like DM them, hey, I've not seen you on a group call, hey, come to this next group call this next week, right? If you don't do those kind of small activities, you're gonna be losing 30% of your members, right? And that's why this idea relates to the idea, hey, you could hire a VA or a teammate, right, who helps you take care of your customers. There's an advanced system, right, that I am following right now. I have a dedicated teammate who takes care of follow-ups to my leads and to my customers. He helps me. But my point here being is that on a weekly basis, you should touch base with those people who don't attend your weekly group calls, or maybe in 2 weeks' time, you've not seen them for 2 weeks, or they didn't take action, they didn't complete that course task or that module, right? You should weekly DM those people and try to get them back on track. So that's an activity that I want you to track on a weekly basis. How many people did you weekly need to DM? How many customers, right? Did you need to weekly DM to keep them on track, right? And by the way, this is related to an idea that I have in my CRM software called customer management pipeline. I am running a customer management pipeline where I am tracking all of my customers' success. And there can be even created an automation that if someone didn't really come for 2 or 3 weeks on a group call, they could get an auto email as well, right? So that's related to those systems that we talked so many times about, right? You can create automated systems that keep your members on track or so, right? I'm just bringing this in because I am having a customer management pipeline that keeps people on track. But for you, you're just if you have 5, 10, 15 members, right, you're gonna ask yourself on a weekly basis, who do I need to DM to pull them in and they will come on a weekly group call this next week? Maybe new members don't even know when your group call is. They didn't get the link. They didn't put it on their calendar. You're gonna need to reach out to them to get them back on track. On a weekly basis, please track that activity. And by the way, I think I forgot to tell you here as part of the customer support about when we are running our membership program, right? There are 3 mini levels of customer support that we give to our customers. The first one is a weekly group call, right? Your clients, your customers, they have to come to a weekly group call. You gotta know that, right? Secondly, if they don't come to the weekly group calls regularly and consistently all the time, yes, that's related to what we are talking about right now. You gotta DM them. You gotta DM those who don't come to the group calls because they're gonna probably then fail or not succeed, right? My point here is with this next thing, right? You can support your members as well through quick 10-minute one-on-one calls, right? And you can decide who you're gonna get on those one-on-one calls. In my case, there is few scenarios of who I go on one-on-one calls as well with, right? If someone told me that they really want to transform their life, they really want to become successful, right? And become the best case study of mine, I might want to meet with them here and there one-on-one as well, but it's mandatory that they come to the group calls with me as well, right? And then on top, I give them quick one-on-one 10-minute calls as well. And sometimes I even record those and put them on my YouTube channel in exchange for me going on one-on-one calls with that person or member of mine, right? They are getting my one-on-one support, but I do get a YouTube video material so everyone can see my coaching style, right? So that's when I do my one-on-one 10-minute calls or 20 minutes or whatever, right? Now, on the other side, if someone didn't come to a group call for 3 or 4 weeks, you might pull them in and say, hey, speak with me one-on-one so I can get you back on track, right? So that's just like a tool as well to get someone back on track. But please have some boundaries, right? Don't throw your time away to people who are not respecting you, right? And some other times when I go on quick 10-minute calls is as well to those people who come on weekly group calls. I sometimes spend before or after the group call quick 5, 7, 10 minutes with people privately, or another 2 or 3 people are listening, right? And I just coach them kind of for free because they are in my membership. I really want them to succeed, right? So that's another usage of quick 10-minute calls. And I'm bringing this up is because this is how I make my customers successful, right? Via group calls and of course the community forum support, right? DMing those who don't come to the weekly group calls, and then on top I do quick 10-minute one-on-one coaching calls as well with the people that I just mentioned to you before. Now, so you see, this is the activities that I do toward my customers on a weekly and a daily basis. I follow up with them and I track their success in my customer management pipeline. Now, I wrote one more thing that you would want to track and do with your customers on a weekly basis. I need you to keep this in mind, and this is related to getting our members, of course, successes, but then getting them refer more members come to us. you could track on a weekly and a daily basis how many customers did you reach out to and asked them, hey, who else do you know that could join our membership program? I made a goal here down below that on a weekly basis you could ask 5 or 3 or 4 or 5 of your customers, who else do you know? Who do you know that I can put down here on the list and talk to sign into my membership program? And I'm bringing this up is because if you do these activities on a weekly basis, take care of the leads and customers, and get your customers refer more people to come to you, and track these numbers, right? You're gonna be growing naturally just by doing this work on a daily basis. You see, your customers will be getting transformations, successes. You will be creating testimonials, case studies with them, right? They will be referring to you more people to come to you, and you're gonna be signing more members to start the journey with you. And that's how, by just doing the daily work, you can get from 5, 10, 15, 20 members to 30 to 50, and put some systems in place, you can get to the 100. And everyone is gonna be so happy and helping one another and supporting one another on this journey. This is my 5 years of work here. And the last year brought it all together for me. And I'm using the Skool app that hosts it all for me. I have a CRM software for automations and for email list building and so on. And most importantly, I am helping people succeed inside of my membership program, so they are referring more members come to us, and Skool is allowing us, our members now, to be paid commissions. And I'm doing those advanced things, right? Running webinars for group enrollments. It just boosts it all, right? Systems, I already told it to you all today right now, right? Hopefully this makes sense to you. If you just go step by step through what I outlined to you, create your membership offer, sign the first few people paying you, get them successes, get those members, refer to you more members, do some automated stuff, and most importantly, do the daily work here, right? You can grow. You can go step by step from 0 members to 1, 3 to 5, 10, and then 15, 20, 30, and hey, hopefully 100 one day. So as you can see, if you take care of your customers and contacts and you do the work on a weekly basis and a daily basis, right? If you do the reach outs, you keep adding people to the list, you track it all, you then serve your customers, you follow up with them so they succeed, you get them then to recommend more people come to you. And if you just do this on a weekly basis, right, and you, of course, you post content, you take care of those people who were referred to you, you're building the list throughout all of these kind of things, right? You're gonna make it work. If you just do the work, you're gonna make it work. If you enjoyed this video, comment down below that you liked it, and make sure to come into our free Skool community, where I have a free course and a free support community group where we work together, we support one another on this journey. Find the link down below, join in, and we'll hang out more.